Hello Guardians, it is Ebontis here. Gonna do a solo run through of the Nightfall. Hopefully it goes smoothly. Never quite know how it's gonna go, but I do think we've got a lot of Hive in this one. Abomination Heist technically, but I think this is mostly the Hive filled option. Modifiers we've got, sorry jumping ahead, we've got Berserk. Minions of the Darkness won't flinch even after massive damage. Pretty much just keep shooting and make sure you kill them before they get to you, especially those Hive Knights. They will smack the crap out of you. Got small arms, so primary weapons are definitely going to be the way to go. Bring in a scout rifle, I'll show you here in a second. Chaff, no radar, definitely got to keep your head on a swivel, see what is around, and of course fresh troops. Things get dicey. For my build, I am going Gunslinger, just good old Deadeye, make sure that thing hits like a truck. You can go Gunfighter to use it faster, maybe in the final room that'll be more helpful, but in the beginning, there's definitely a few wizards that you need some pretty powerful shots to take out. Other than that, always battle rate and toughness to the max, just going with precision kills, just to improve stability, improve reload speed, kind of keep that primary working as good as possible. Incendiary grenade I always tend to use for that explosion. I am going to use my Angel's Advocate this time. Basically, it's kind of like a Fatebringer on a scout rifle, so it's pretty solid. You got Outlaw, so reload speed is pretty much beast mode when you get a precision kill. Explosive rounds and Firefly. Good things all around, extra damage from explosive rounds if you got it on your primary is not going to hurt anything as well. Other than that, sniper rifle in case you want to throw some damage out there. And I'm going to throw a sword on there as opposed to Gallahorn. For now I'll throw Gallahorn on there just because. I may do the sword just so I can block some of those Shrieker blasts. So we're going to have to see how that works. Those Shriekers are getting pretty annoying though. Over here, anything we got for sniper rifle ammo, rocket ammo is always going to be a nice bonus. And if you got anything for reload speed for your type of weapon. But I'll be using Acleophage Symbiote for those 4 shots when I need them. And then Celestial Nighthawk, of course, for that big shot on the boss when I need to beast mode him. Other than that, guys, we're going to jump in and let me switch something over for some good stats and we'll be good to go. Here we go. Alright guys, as soon as you come in, I'm going to jump on my Sparrow here. You want to try and skip this first section. There are going to be maybe some acolytes in here if people haven't come through and killed them already. But if they have, then make sure you go through here pretty quickly. Now the knights down below you can kind of skip. Just bump into this, kind of boost over it. And then as you land, just turn over here and you'll be right down into the stairway. So kind of a nice way to skip those quickly. Keep on your Sparrow, drive down here pretty speedily, and then jump off at the bottom. Now down here, you want to start working on these enemies. You're going to have be able to do some nice damage with this scout rifle. Anything you've got though is going to work. Primary is going to be pretty effective. Just pretty much take out everything you can as quick as possible. Big one to work on is going to be that wizard out there in the middle. Definitely try and take it out as quick as you can. It's going to be the tough one. You got a captain still out there somewhere. He's going to be working his magic. Main one to watch for is the wizard though, of course. If you can find that thing, it does tend to hide quite frequently. There it is. Primary shots do work pretty well. And again, just try and keep the shield down as soon as you drop the shield. Keep those shots on it when you can. And again, just start firing. Make sure it doesn't get too many shots on you because it will definitely hurt. Grab any ammo that's around or any engrams. Primary ammo, of course, going to be quite beneficial. I'm going to pop a heavy ammo synth real quick just to have it on hand. And we'll be good to go. Now, when you get to the next room, you're going to be dealing with mostly hives, so you're going to have some wizards to deal with. The wizards are probably the hardest part because, well, if you land in those, make sure and shoot them. But don't shoot a rocket if you are in one of those. You will definitely die. It is a good way to go down. Once you come up here, the wizards that spawn in the first wave and then the last wave are probably going to be your 2 hardest things to worry about. Everything else you should be able to manage. Since we don't have the minigun, technically you can run up the ramp here in the back if you do need to hive. So just think about that, but you can't get caught in this thing. So before you run back, shoot that one, and technically you can come back up the stairs. Nothing's going to chase you. But I'd rather try and shoot most of what I can from here. First thing you're going to have is some thrall out here, so watch for those, and then I'm going to make sure and save my golden gun for the wizards, just because that's where it's really going to be the most benefit. The wizards are going to come in pretty quickly, so watch out for them. Once you get them both out here, then grab that golden gun, get a couple shots on those, find that second wizard, and again, golden gun seems to work really well on those. Outside of that, once the wizards are down, just see if you got any stragglers out here. Gonna have a few more thrall. You always have a few more guys in each round. Looks like I've got some cursed thrall that are just hanging out. This dude just whiffed. And a couple more thrall. Maybe a cursed thrall from above. That's why I wouldn't run too far forward. Some enemies could be hiding above waiting for you, so just be careful about that. Second round, we are going to have some hive over in the corner. Mostly going to be some, how do you call it? Some knights over here. Going to have some acolytes, of course. But the knights coming out are the ones you really want to worry about. If I can get a grenade over there, that might serve me fairly well. Start burning some of these guys down. Watch your sides. Some of these knights do tend to go down pretty quickly. It does seem the explosive rounds actually seem to knock out the hive shields pretty fast too, so keep that in mind. Again, those explosive rounds paying off pretty well. Another knight, of course, sitting there. Looks like I do just tend to blow the shield away. And then you're going to have some hollowed acolytes coming out in kind of the second phase. Those are the ones you want to watch for just because they are going to start to do some damage to you somewhat quickly. Just be careful about that. Save your golden gun though. I mean, if you have people with you, you could use your golden gun on the acolytes. Definitely make quite a few orbs. It's going to be a nice way to do that. But if you can save it for the final wizard who comes out, it's going to speed that one along a little quicker. Looks like I've got one more straggler here who's giving me hell. There we go. Last one is going to be that final wizard. Well, of course, this guy's going to hurt. But the final wizard... There's a lot of more of these guys than I remember. Jeez. Right. So, the final wizard that comes out, I would definitely consider using either Gallahorn, something large on it for sure. But then you're going to have some ogres. So, right now it looks like I'm going to have the wizard coming out. Got plenty of heavy ammo sitting out there, so if I can target the wizard, might be a quick way to take him out. There you go. 2 ogres are really not too shabby. If you can get a couple grenades out there, you might do alright. Golden gun, of course, would be another one. If you had over-penetrate and you could line them up, you'd be in really good shape. But honestly, you can do a fair amount of damage, honestly, just with your primary. Just try not to take them both on at the same time. It gets a bit dangerous. Did actually hit him with my throwing knife. Go for the win, and there you go. That should mostly wrap it up. See if there's anything else, any ammo, any engrams to pick up. Grab all that stuff through here.
Runes clear.
Got plenty of heavy for once. That's kind of rare. And we're going to keep going. 5 minutes down, not too shabby. 17,000 points. I think you need about the standard roughly 50 for gold. So if you do a reasonable time run, you should be okay on that one. Once you get to this next room, you could honestly run through and skip it, but if you can kill the guys pretty quickly, you'll get more points out of it than it's probably worth skipping on, honestly. The guys are pretty easy to kill. Most of them are going to be dregs. A few hive around there, but then what you're really looking for is the captain in the front. He's going to be dealing with the big ogre who's going to keep him busy. So as long as you can keep his shield down, you should be in reasonable shape to keep taking him out. And he's worth, 1,000 points, so you may as well knock him out. And then the ogre around the side here, maybe, see what you can do to shoot him, maybe in the arm, maybe not quite get square in front of him. Or if you have to reload at the worst opportune moment, of course, make sure you don't do that. And there we go. Alright, gotta love that reload speed. As we head down the stairs to the next section, we will basically be dealing with the room before the boss room. I always forget what this place is called. But you're going to have quite a few enemies. This is where actually Berserk is going to come into play the most, because there's a knight on your left who's kind of going to charge you. And if you don't kill him quick, you will get smacked pretty hard, because you tend to take a fair amount of damage. So he's going to be over there on the left. Watch for the wizard. If you can kill that one wizard before he goes to hide around the corner, watch for that knight to be coming out if you actually kill that wizard. Because usually there are 2 wizards over there. So if you've killed one of them, be careful that you're not going to be alone. And again, they will not slow down, they will not pause. Berserk is on, and there he is. This is the one I'm talking about. You need to unload on him pretty much completely. Hi. There we go. Normally I wouldn't pull out the sniper, but primary was down, so let's keep using that. And got a few stragglers around here. You're going to have some hiding. Work your way around the edges. You won't have any miniguns or anything crazy to deal with. Pick off that knight from a distance. Always works well. Find any of the thrall that are out there. Acolytes. All the good stuff. A few stragglers. If you want to jump down here, you'll probably pull them out of their little hiding crevices. Or have a knight shoot you with a boomer shot from like half a football field. So that means you're gone. Now you're going to be looking for some thrall, some more acolytes, a few stragglers around. But as you do land down here, you're going to pull some of those standard enemies out here to you. And just keep watching for them. I do like to work my way around just the left side just because it seems a little safer over here. So when you come over here, you're going to have this knight right here. Just watch for him if you can take him out quick. It makes life simpler. You can have a few acolytes up at the top. Right up here, they always tend to hide. Peek their head out. Shoot him in the head. And then you'll have some thrall and stuff coming up here. Now you're going to have a first thrall or 2 come up. So be careful about that. So look down below. There we go. A couple acolytes down below, and most of that. And I got a primary rampage. Fancy. Now out here, oh, wait for those few other stragglers that are going to come up your direction. And again, the wizards you want to take out first because they're going to be the biggest annoyance. Watch apparently because I'm getting tagged from somewhere. I don't even see it. That's one wizard down. Again, Chaff. Never quite know where some of those shots are coming from. But again, scout rifle working what? There you are. I think it was right around here. Come on. Apparently I really can blow his shield clean off, so that's actually nice. Now if you do want some ammo and say I'm full, this will still give me primary ammo, so those ammo boxes still have some use even if you're going mostly primary. Down here, again, don't have to spend too much time, but these are pretty easy kills, most of them, especially once the knights are down. The acolytes go down in 1 or 2 shots. Headshot, if you can get it with explosive rounds, is pretty nice. And we are almost there. Alright, should be in good shape. Now, just to not screw around with pretty much anything, make sure your rockets are reloaded. You're going to have 2 wizards. You can go golden gun or you can go rockets. I'm going to go rockets because I may get a heavy box. Honestly, finish both of them off without a question. Don't even worry about it. Now, over there, you're going to have some enemies that spawn. So, jump down on this ship here real quick. I just kind of walked off, basically. Make sure you jump. You don't want to actually fall down there. That'd be kind of a bummer. But what I would do is try and make sure you are ready for this next room. So move up here as close as you can. Pull some of these enemies out. The quicker you can pull them out, the better off you're going to be. And then when they come out, try and bounce 1 grenade off the back wall. What you want to do is try and give yourself a spot to land that's not going to lock you in. The only reason you don't want to get locked in too much is just because you don't want to land in one of those and get smacked by something like a cursed thrall. Like that guy right there who's hiding and waiting for me. So yeah, that's one you really want to dodge. So 20 minutes to go. Solo Nightfall. Pretty much just have to take him out and mostly survive. And I do have heavy ammo, which is nice. Now from here, I would stay in the back. And literally you can sit back here until you basically piss off Phogoth enough. So I would just work on that Hallowed Knight up there first. He's going to be one of your annoyances. You've got one more Hallowed Knight off to the side. Right here in the middle. Again, the farther back you are, the less you have to worry about them actually shooting you. Going through some ammo, but those are going to be the worst knights to kill. The rest of them are not quite so bad. If you fall down onto that lower platform, you will release him. So if you come out here and you want to pick everything else off, just hang here for a second. Look for any of the ads. Couple acolytes. You're going to have some knights over far side too. But wait, make sure you get a few of those taken out. The knights on the far side should go down pretty quick. There should be 4 total. And of course the thrall that come up that weren't there in a minute. Alright, so we should be in pretty good shape at this point. Just for the sake of ammo, I'm going to blow through some of this right now just on him. Try and really see him a little bit. See if I can get a throwing knife on him. His crit spot is actually not his head. It is this little part right here on his chest that looks like a heart. Hard to hit when he's walking around, but right now you can get a few shots on it. Make those count. Honestly, if you're going to do anything, try and get a few sniper shots in there. And then he's going to get pissed off really quick. Now, at this point, depending on the amount of damage you've done, the next thing that's going to come out is Thrall. Some are going to come out here, some are going to come out above. And it's literally all based on the amount of damage you have done to him. So you can control this fight, kind of. You just have to be careful in how you do it. So as you do damage to him, just be careful. Make sure you're in hiding. Now, there are going to be some Shriekers that come out that are going to be really, really annoying. So, for that sake, I would just be careful in what you wish for. As this guy comes around, try and put a few shots in. And again, basically what you're trying to do is do enough damage. Golden Gun will do a lot. You can use your sniper at this point. It's not a bad thing just to try and get some shots in because save my primary for when I can use it. It's really hard to get that shot in there. So what you're trying to listen for is the Thrall to come out literally right about where I am. And again, that grenade is going to be a nice use if you can use it. Get that explosion underneath him. Trying to get just enough damage to piss him off. Here they come. These are what I'm talking about. All these Thrall come into play. Now, some are going to jump from above, some are going to be on your level. But once they are down, pretty much should be it for a minute. Now, it's going to go in phases. Is that a Shrieker up already? No, not yet. There's a Shrieker that's going to show up pretty much right where between me and Phogoth at this point. This scout is the... I had somebody in stream asking. It's the Angel's Advocate. It's the one that was Vanguard was actually selling last week. It's pretty good, honestly. Kind of digging it. Now, I'm going to use these 2 rockets. I might piss off more than I want to, but we're going to see how it goes. when that happens, if I piss him off enough, which I actually haven't, which is a miracle. Again, if you want to kind of manage his direction, pull him over here, shoot once. Alright, so we got a ship coming in now, and I've got a Shrieker coming in. Shrieker is going to be the main problem, so I'm going to try and run on by, see if I can get over to the top section. Pretty much what I'm trying to do is get some high ground at this point to get away from, for one, the Shrieker, and two, the enemies who are down below. Now, if you get up here, be careful up here. These guys will wreck you pretty quickly. Oh man, how I'm alive, I do not know. Well, that's about a miracle and a half, but I will definitely take a close call rather than no call. So, now that the ads are down, what you want to do is basically look for the rest of the ads that are up. They're going to be pretty much up and around wherever they see you last. They're going to be up on these platforms. There's usually one that's blowing me away. Now, I try and take him out from above, but there's that Shrieker again. Now, he is pretty far away, but when I take him out, I am probably going to have a bit of a problem on my hands. Still going to try and be as far away as possible when I do take it out, but I still think those shots may be able to get over here to me, because they can cover a lot of ground. So that Shrieker is going to be the main problem. But I do need to take it out while I'm at reasonable distance from it. So best bet at this point, honestly, shoot a few of these, see how your range is doing, check for some knights, and honestly just try and take this one out. Now, honestly, they are definitely going to come for you, so your best bet is try and get as much distance between you and it as possible. If you can get far enough away, you should be in reasonable shape. So, got him a reasonable run going so far. Now at this point it's all based on the damage that you actually do to Phogoth. Now if you're far enough back here around this corner, you can literally back up into the corner and crouch. He really shouldn't be able to hit you. Now your ability to hit him is somewhat limited, but you know, it's a little bit of give and take on that one. As you can see, my sniper is not doing a whole heck of a lot of anything. Kind of a shame. Still trying to use it where I can though, so I don't go through all my primary ammo. But you're really going to get the most damage from your primary shots here. And again, just trying to work him down as much as I can. And again, just going for the Gallahorn. It's going to give me a good chunk of damage and see if I can pull that next set of ads. Now, between a couple of rockets, you might see hopefully some more enemies come out, maybe some more Thrall. One thing you might want to do, just in case for safety's sake, and if he's sitting right in front of you, throw a grenade. It never hurts. Grenades still work. Now, it's going to take a while for me to do all the damage I need to do, unfortunately. So just be careful. When he gets to about half health, you're going to have another ship come out, so be careful about that. And speaking of health, there's the ship. Now, those purple shots that it's going to shoot are going to be a problem. There's a sword bear that does come out, so you probably want to actually run over here and hide for a minute, because those shots from the ship will be pretty painful. So be careful with that. Now the sword bearer who's going to be out, he will be in and around somewhere. Get a grenade down at his feet. Try and find that sword bearer knight, but you're going to have a few ads down below. So now is a good time to just watch. Sometimes they'll actually teleport up here, so just be careful about that. Literally like this. No way they were up here before. And if they're going to go a little crazy on you, it's better to survive and use that golden gun. Try and find the knights. They're going to be a little more useful when it comes to this. If I can get a shot off on anything, no, not so much. Yeah, at least I got some heavy ammo out of it. And some regular ammo. Now, pick off the few guys that are down below. Oh, man, Phogoth hurts. Again, of course, if he isn't looking straight at you, it works a lot better. Again, knights, acolytes, whatever's down there, but this is typically going to be your safest area to fight from is up here. Because if you can control most of it, as long as you don't get overrun by too many knights up close, then you should be pretty reasonable. Watch these things all loading back up. Of course, they will try and lock you down. These are going down pretty quickly to a single shot, which is nice. So that should be most of the acolytes at this point. So I might go for a couple rocket shots on them, see if I can move on to the next set of enemies. Now, when I get to about half health, you'll hear got some enemies coming in. I will honestly crouch down, see what's coming out. Now, if a ship flies by over here, I kind of know what I'm going to get. That's what it sounds like was a ship, but I haven't seen one yet. They do take a little bit to fly through. But honestly, you're better off to wait and see what comes your way as opposed to getting out there getting too crazy. So now again, looks like Phogoth is literally right below me. Got a grenade shot on him, pissed him off a little bit. Got a Shrieker down here. And this is the Shrieker that is going to be a bit of a problem. So make sure there's no other ads going around. And this Shrieker is going to be one you do want to take out. Now, depending on if that stuff is coming my way, which it definitely is. Keep running from those Shrieker shots. Come over here, try and get your health back up if you can get in hiding. That was also closer than I would love it to be, but it worked. So far, so good. Time-wise, doing okay. I'm actually about half health, half time. Should be reasonable. And again, his crit spot is hard to hit from this angle, especially just because I am above him. Not much I can really do about that, though. Just fire the occasional rocket if you get a chance. Put some damage into him. Probably one of your better ways to get some good damage. Now, be careful about those. That is one thing you really need to be careful with. Make sure when you fire that you're definitely not going to get trapped by one of those, because if you do, you are going to be hurting. Now is a good time to reload those rockets, as we're going to have some enemies coming out. Also going to have some knights come out as well. Looks like we've got some Cursed Thrall over here. Watch for those. Some of them will come up at you, which is fine. They can come all the way up here if they want to. But if they don't come up here, pick up some ammo, which is good. Just watch for the Cursed Thralls. Most of them shouldn't teleport. Sometimes they will. It's just kind of one of those things they do. That dude is really close over here. Cursed Thrall. I'm basically trying to pull it, do enough damage to pull the next set of knights more than anything. Really? Hi, how you doing? And if you're up here, always try and keep these two in check. Again, I'm trying to save myself. And again, be careful before you fire this next one. Clear this little trap out before you fire another one, just because you don't want to possibly shoot yourself in the face this far along. Just like that. Shoot these three, make sure there's no question. Try and find Phogoth. And then at this point, see if we got some more knights coming out. We should be getting pretty close at this point. Might be a good time to reload. Or that dude, as you literally saw him just appear. Now, Cursed Thrall are going to be the problem if they appear up here. Sounds like a Cursed Thrall is literally right below me, which is always terrifying. Oh, man. So apparently they're walking around the corner over there, which they normally don't even try and do, but I guess they're getting a little creative there. Come on, just give me the dang knights. That's all I'm going for. There they are. And again, if you can hide and take out these two, the other two shouldn't be able to damage you quite as bad, and you can pick them off from afar. So he was actually getting fairly close, but just his arc wasn't working as well. And this guy in the middle shouldn't be much of a problem. So at this point, probably could throw a couple rockets at him. Be very careful about those again as well. And we've got a Shrieker out there in the distance. So if we're going to go Shrieker style, first I'm going to pop a Heavy Synth. May as well. Got plenty of time. Pop 3 of coins. Just should in general. Now, one thing you can do to take out a Shrieker is potentially shoot a rocket, duck so it can't see you, but you gotta shoot it once just so it knows you're there. It's gotta wake up just enough. Now then, potentially if it goes off when you're not around, the shots may not come to you. They could just scatter around. If they are coming for me though, definitely find yourself some room to run. And try not to get hit by too many of those shots. So far we're doing alright. We should have one more hive ship, which is going to be probably the worst part of all of this when that ship comes into play. More knights are coming. Oh, I got a sword knight. This dude is pissed. Whew. Well, it'll be fun up here. I'm just going to go leave this one over here. These actually take these out really well, and if the knights come up here, I can just smack them around. But I'll leave that one up here for a minute. And that sword definitely dropped off some enemies, so we know those are going to be down below. So he's still hurting. Got some enemies that are going to be down below, so look for the ads. You're going to have a few, might pop up at the top. Got some more enemies coming up here. They're coming out of that side, so if they come out of that side, best bet is to watch for the knights. And see if anything's coming up my way as well. Of course, other than that, look for the ads below. Again, try and get a little room between you and the ads, so you can pick some of them off. Knights down below, of course, are really, really fun. Sword's about to go away, which is fine. Again, this is a very, very patient strike, because there's not really a fast way to do a lot of the things in this one that you need to do. So it just takes a little time to kind of make everything work out in your favor, and also helps when you don't spawn too many guys at the same time. If you're doing this with other people and you feel like you're getting overrun, just do it a little slower. Do enough damage when enemies come out. Stop damaging Phogoth, and then just kill the enemies. And, oh, looks like we've got some hollowed out acolytes now. I'm going to drain my primary ammo, which is a bummer. And all the detains are coming up. They're sucking me around everywhere, aren't they? Come on, peek your head out. One more. Come on. Alright. 51,000. I should be pretty much right on gold at this point. Now, I did use a heavy synth, which I got 5 minutes left, so I gotta kind of start working on him now. Kind of what I want to do is try and see how much I can wait, depending on Golden Gun with Celestial Nighthawk. I'm gonna be careful what spawns, though. Golden Gun with Celestial Nighthawk and about 5 Gallahorns might be able to take him out, but I do not honestly know if it'll work. Let's see what we can do here. Get some damage on him. Be careful about those detains. Anything shoot from a spot that you know has already had its detain taken away. And see how much we can do here. So I just did a lot of damage to him. I kind of want to make sure and see what damage is coming. If I can finish him off here, this might be a nice time to do it. Check for the detain. Be very careful about that. Sounds like I've got a ship coming in. Come on. Got a Shrieker right there. I actually don't even want to worry about trying to kill that thing. I just want to try and kill him, if I can. So I'm going to try and avoid that Shrieker if possible, and just work on Phogoth at this point. Pretty close. I'm going to go Celestial. That actually didn't do nearly as much as I was hoping for. But we are pretty close. Watch for the doors. You can hear them opening. I am so low on ammo. This is a major problem. And technically a sniper will kill some things, so let's see what I can do. Snipers do damage sometimes, right? Literally like running completely out of ammo here, which is annoying for primaries. Don't get greedy. I got 7 bullets left. Can I finish him with 6? Nope. I'm almost out of ammo. Almost completely out of ammo. If anything spawns up here, I'm pretty toast. Almost there, almost there. And that's it, man. 3.5 minutes to go. Whoa, Shrieker.
And there's one less abomination we have to worry about. Good work.
Oh, wow. And that is a wrap, guys. That is kind of a crazy wrap, but it happened. Did I actually get double exotics? Whew. Look at that loot. Double exotics. I will definitely take that one. Gauntlets and special. Not as though I'm missing an exotic, but, you know, I'll still take the loot. Double exotic loot. Woo! Alright, let me get to that loading screen. I did have a question in chat about jumping when it comes to firing the rockets. Honestly, there's not really any benefit to that because there's no airborne bonus. So, I mean, jumping to get out of the way of things is not a bad thing. That's I did a Nightfall with a friend of mine, and I got 3 of coins on this one. 3 of coins. So, at least I got double exotics out of it. I'll take that as a decent reward. But yeah, that is one way to do it, guys. You gotta have, the hunter is definitely a little sketchy if you had a bubble to survive a few of those times. But I do like to start down low, kind of get most of that side cleared out, and then switch over to the other side up top, just so I can kind of manage it. Watch your ammo, spend your time, kind of work together. If you've got bubbles, that's going to be helpful to survive some of those Shrieker blasts. And if you got Golden Gun Celestial, you know, use that occasionally, get some good damage chunks into them. Biggest thing is just don't do too much and try and manage the ads who do come in before you move on to the next phase of damage. Hope you guys found that video useful. If you did, drop that like below. If you didn't, you know, drop a dislike. Totally understand. But at least let me know in the comments what I can do to make them better. It's always what I'm trying to do is make this content great for you guys. So if you do enjoy the content, subscribe. I will keep it coming your way. If you want those notifications, go ahead and hit that little alert bell, and I will, those little email notifications will come your way. But thank you guys for the support. Past 7,000 and still climbing. Trying to hit 7,100 this week, so let's see if we can do it. Have a great one. I will talk to you soon.